away. Have you got
We're
your
all
words?
ready then. We'll start rolling some dice in Anchor.
Yes.
So if you are watching on Twitch or YouTube and you enjoy what you see, that sounds a bit seedy, doesn't it? Would you like me to lap dance for you?
Do you enjoy it?
Please consider a like and subscribe. Comments welcome, especially if it's abusing Mark. Do we have that abuse Mark at Gmail thing up and running yet?
No, and I want to go back on record and say, if anyone sends an email to that address, you'll be on my hate list for the rest of your life. So, like Mark, you're not allowed bullying. I know I suggested it, but it was in jest.
Yeah, but what about friendly banter?
But it doesn't depend how funny it is.
Well, yeah, I suppose it depends how.
Yeah, you don't be me without developing quite a thick skin. So,
so we are Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. We're on session 20. So I've changed it round so I can introduce us. I was watching High Rollers. I very rarely watch other stream, but the chap that does it, Mark Hume, he introduced himself. I'm Dave. I'm the dungeon master. Yeah. That direction is Tom, who's playing Kelevendros. Down there is Sam, who's playing Nordan. There is Andy, who's playing Leggit, and there is Mark, who's playing Arthas Scalebane. They are the Calaman. You are, sorry?
Do you know what I love about that? I had to look at the Twitch stream because the way my Discord is, that made no sense.
Yeah.
When you look at the Twitch, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've started changing it around. So on this screen, the screen I'm looking at now, is what I'm recording on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Because everything's still live, so it's I can see your dice rolls and everything. So I can see your dice rolls and you pull in facial expressions when I've done something particularly mean to you. So I can see it all. So the Calaman Commandos are in the Northern Wastes. You've gone into the Northern Wastes. Something primarily to track and disrupt the Red Dragon army. You discovered the name of a lost city, or you discovered that there was a lost city. I've forgotten his name. Lord Soth. Good God, I can't believe I forgot Soth's name. That's how tired I am. You knew that Soth was after the City of Lost Names, and you've gone into the waste to try and disrupt him as much as possible. There you met Dalamar, who shared your aims, and he put you onto various missions. He believes that, let me just put your map up, let me force this for you, gentlemen. So you landed at Wrecker's Edge, you met Dalamar, who sent you to Exile's End, and he told you of 3 locations, the Shrine, the Tower, and the Fortress, that he's found writings of in old Sylvanesti script. He believes that if you discover the nature of the magic that's in these 3 locations, he can triangulate the City of Lost Names for you, which obviously coincides with why he's here. In the process of doing this, he also told you about a portal. You went through the portal here and appeared much further inland, where you came across Clistron. Clistron was a local youth who was in a little bit of danger that you managed to rescue, and he took you.
Danger. What are you on about?
He took you to his home of Heart's Hollow, where you were introduced to the survivors of the Northern Wastes there, including Ness, who is the sort of leader. There's Lavender there, who was a renegade mage who's sort of got a sundries shop. And they asked you to do a couple of things. Clistron wanted you to journey to the Dragonel Spire. He's been feeding some wild Dragonels, which Nordan managed to get involved with. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And they also wanted you to liaise with the dwarves in the Dragonmoor Cave, which is where we pick up the story tonight. You, if I remember correctly, you'd told the dwarves in the Dragonmoor caves that you were going to send a representative from Heart's Hollow to come and meet and liaise with them directly. And we were going to pick up the session with you arriving back at Heart's Hollow to arrange that.
Yeah.
If you're happy.
Yes, because we are loaded and we're going to retire as adventurers.
I was thinking.
End of campaign.
Yeah. Are these people? Would it benefit them if we gave them a bit of gold? Because I'm feeling a bit all arse. I'm meant to be a honourable Knigget.
What? Oh,
I mean, if there's nothing, I mean, if they're subsisted, if they're living off the land, money's useless to them. But unless they've got places to go to spend it. But if it is useful, I'll donate a little bit to the cause after I've just come into so much.
Mark, we were on about buying stuff, so that's the way I see as a worthy way of donating money.
Okay, I mean, you've convinced Mark. You'd have to talk to Arthas for a bit longer, but Mark's convinced. Right, let's.
What we're doing is we're going to pump their economy full of money, which is then going to,
the trickle down effect.
That's
That
it.
we've heard
Yeah.
so much about.
Trickle down economics are proven not to work very well, though, Sam.
Yeah, but we wouldn't know that. Our characters wouldn't know that.
I mean, yeah, I've got a -1 intelligence, so I will give you that. Probably wouldn't know that.
Wow. I always did wonder.
Wow. Which one I say, Sam?
Let's start the session with your journey from the Bluemore Caves to Heart's Hollow with a survival check. I'm going to change this up a bit. I did read the book on the survival checks. What I'd like you to do is a group check, so we're all involved.
8.
With the roll, if you would.
I also got an 8.
I got a 5.
Oh, come on, Andy. It's all on you, mate.
Come on, Andy. Save us.
no.
Yeah, I after all them dice rolls, I think it is time to retire. Because tonight is not our night.
No, this is getting the crap ones out of the way. That's what we're doing. Later on, when it matters, them 20s are coming.
I mean, I could use some magical guidance.
I'm looking for my notes on the
I've got.
last
I can
session.
Turn
I
it into an
cannot find
11
them.
if that's going to make much difference.
Well, here's my issue with guidance on that. This is a general survival check, not a spur.
Fate.
Yeah, so it's over a 3-day period. You're using that survival check to. Okay, do me a favour, Mark. Roll D20, please.
I will.
That's very good of you, mate. Normally. Okay.
5.
So what I'm going to say to you with your survival scores is the flash floods, the wash. You are even everything after Clistron's instructed you about the nature of the Northern Wastes and how dangerous they were. You knew anyway because you'd done your own research. You very nearly get washed away. I say very nearly. I'm going to ask for something else. I'm going to ask for each of you to make a dexterity saving throw. This is an individual roll now, please.
Are they within?
You can all have Tom's +3?
+3.
All 3?
Yeah. +3.
Right, here we go then. What was it? Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, now I fluffed it.
Right, I am going to use my magical balance for that. I think I can do it on that. Let me just double check.
My rolls. That's my highest roll of the night as well. 6.
Yeah, it's a total of 10 though, Mark, with the +3.
Yeah.
Same with you, Sam.
I hope
Yeah,
it's really, really
I
easy.
feel like 10's still bad.
Yeah, I think it's bad too.
You're saying that's the person who rolled a 9 for 13, so yeah.
When you make an attack roll or an ability check, no, it's an ability check. So no, I can't balance fate, so I got a 10.
Okay.
Still...
well, in which case, you too get this flash flood. There's part of the canyon that you can't get over. You're going to have to go down into the ravine and from the other side. So, Leggit and Kelevendros, you notice the signs, but it rises that fast that Nordan and Arthas aren't fast enough to actually get out. So
far.
you're well, just too slow, or you slip maybe on the loose rocks. So what I want is both of you to
dog
roll.
shit that really shouldn't be there. That's what I trod in.
Oh, it still annoys me. Annoys me. Anyway, you don't get white poo anymore. That's one thing.
You don't.
At least, but
You don't. It was a 70s, 80s thing.
what I'd like you both to do, Mark and Sam, roll 2d6 damage, and you take that much. 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and you're going to take that much. And then I'm going to ask you to make a strength saving throw as this water crashes into you.
Damage. Strength saving throw.
16.
Nice, that's a pass then.
16.
16. So large chunks of debris are pulling off the side now, but we'll have Kelevendros and Leggit involved as they scramble to save you. Just so you're aware, if we are making survival checks of this nature, there's a kitten.
Yeah, she's been unfeasibly naughty, pulling all my wires out.
We'll do that. I saw her. Was she fighting with Loki a minute ago as well?
She was, yeah.
Yeah, are they getting on together now?
They're playing, yeah.
Yeah,
they'll be playing nice.
Excellent. Oh,
she just wants to bite his tail all the time, though, and he's not always up for it.
Well, it's his fault for having a tail. That's what
I suppose it is. I blame him as well.
So all of this, the debris and all of this water has forced you to the side, but Kel and Leggit managed to get you out. If you'd have failed another one, then it could have got a lot worse.
I've deducted 3 day from the damage because of my armor. It's resistant to bludgeoning.
No, mate.
I get 3.
No, not this. Not to. I looked this up, Mark, because you.
Well, if you looked it up, mate, I thoroughly trust you. Right.
Yeah, because it was an argument for falling.
Makes sense, to be fair. It wouldn't really help much, would it?
Yeah, because the idea of the feat is, you're using your armor, but you're not an expert in falling or being washed.
Well, I am. I've done a lot of it.
I've witnessed you fall many a time, Mark.
Yeah, it's been alcohol induced. Yeah. That's why I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Right, have they got us out? Are we coughing? Well, I'm certainly coughing, spluttering, cursing.
Yeah. But it delays you getting back to Heart's Hollow as well. I was going to have this roll to figure out when you get back, but this all happens on the day that you're due to arrive back. But the sun's starting to set as you arrive back at Heart's Hollow, with all of you covered in this mud and muck.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Well, not and sparkly clean.
He doesn't want to be wet, thank you very much.
I'll say, oh, Nordan, please do me. I feel as I've got sand down my bum crack and everything. It's horrible.
Well, that's a meme waiting to happen. Please, Nordan, do me.
Yeah, then mention my batty crack. Yeah. ...
I've got sand in my crack.
Initially, I thought he said he's got Sam in your butt crack.
Not yet. Maybe later.
Children, Mark. Children.
Sorry.
So you're back at Heart's Hollow. It is sundown. What do you want to do?
Are we met by anyone as we?
It all seems relatively quiet, as you know that they do keep sentries, so they would have spotted you, but they try to be low key. So you don't know Heart's Hollow is there until you're on top of it, but no one comes out to meet you.
We'll go and see the go
a bit like
to the head.
The Blitz.
We knew where the head lady lived, didn't we? The one who we were talking to.
Yeah.
Shall we head over there?
Yeah. Report back about the dwarves.
Okie dokie. Let's give you Heart's Hollow then. So, balls. Heart's Hollow.
Heart's Hollow.
Just there. So, path to the surface around here. So what you're after is... Oh, I'm saying this now. I think it's the Salt Lick. I might have to look.
Help you out.
I think, yeah.
The Salt Lick is the inn, yeah.
Yeah. So you make your way down to the inn, and Ness is there in the mayor's office, as it's called, at her table, and she's just sort of cleaning some glasses. It's late at night, so she's starting to get some patrons in. There is the two Kender still walking around, the male and female Kender. They're running around. There's another two female Kenders in the corner of the room.
I'm keeping everything close to myself and staying out of hand distance of the Kender, except our one.
Okay. So there's a couple.
Slowly tying a rope around. Slowly tying a rope around Leggit to try and control him.
Andy's pulling the face. I'm shaking my head. He's making his face pull even more because he knows why I'm shaking my head.
So these two lady Kenders are not the same party that I went to last time, yeah?
Let it be different ones.
Different Kender. Yeah.
Oh, yes. You can try again. They don't know him.
You assume that they haven't gossiped.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm assuming that, Tom. I'm assuming that. He's going to
may have heard of me.
Leggett's going to saunter over, swagger with a confident swagger, and he's going, ladies, how about we go upstairs and I can show you what I can do with my mage hand.
Oh God!
Are you getting this out of your system? Is this like?
Go and expatriate the ferret. I'll be behind it.
Kind of like, but there's a bit of me that wishes Andy was single and I could go drinking with you.
Would that be
just to see me fall flat on my face?
I just want to see what happens.
That was expatriate a ferret from Mark, by the way, in case you didn't get it.
Expatriate.
Yeah, because I didn't. We've already done the words. If in case anyone is playing, so we've got Sam went with eviscerate today. Sam's gone with eviscerate. Tom's gone with sanguinate, and Andy's gone with corral, which we had to look up how to spell.
No, well, I looked it up because things like that bother me, because I thought it was with one R, and I was like, I've got to know. I've got to go and find the answer to the question. I can't not do it, so I do apologise.
Is Jackson playing? I think I think we've got a new player. Yeah, Jason hasn't done one this time. I don't know if you've forgotten Jason, but don't forget us, mate. They could get a magic item. You know how this works. Roll. Right. So your initial roll then, Andy, is going to be a charisma roll, persuasion. I'm tempted to ask you for.
Charisma. Right. Okay. Persuasion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's done it.
He's
fucking done it.
Me again. Yeah. So both of them are they don't look. All Kender look young. All Kender look to most people's eyes. They look almost childlike, sort of like childish elves. But you can tell these.
Oh, don't make this weird, Dave.
No. I'm not going to go there. So these are they're sort of the equivalent of early 20s Kender, and both of them see you walking in with the armored knight, and the paladin in gleaming armor, and the mage, and you're rough and rugged from the road. And both of them sort of giggle and sort of look at each other, and there's a whisper between the two of them, and one of them goes, "Okay," and the other one says, "Can we both come?"
Why, yes, ladies. So let's go somewhere more private, and I can show you my short sword.
So,
Fucking Tom Slice.
as this is all happening, the Kender that you tried it on before, she wanders over.
You can fuck off.
Walk to the hand.
And she'll say, Vernie, Daff, this fella's lost his luck. Look, he's lost his luck. And she'll start tussling with your hair. They look as if they're changing their mind.
And as she says that, Nordan's going to cast Mage Hand and pull his pants down.
Really dare.
Of all the times you've tried this, Andy, you rolled a nat 20 and succeeded. I've got to try and fuck it up for you.
Okay. So let's have a roll, Liz. What I'm going to go with is your Arcana to beat. Well, no. What I want you to beat Leggit's passive perception with a roll. His passive perception is 14. So you can either use sleight of hand or Arcana, depending on how. I mean, you're probably going to go for the highest one, aren't you? But
yeah, it's going to be Arcana.
Okay, so you've got to beat 14, otherwise you'll see it happening.
No, it's an 11.
No, so you see this. You know Nordan's Mage Hand, and it looks as if it's trying to embarrass you.
Oh, so good.
Can I use my own Mage Hand to just bat it away?
Absolutely, yes, you can with your
Mage Hand wrist.
Yeah. So I mean, Vernie and Daff now are like, ooh.
I'm just imagining these two
I feel like I've made it worse.
So Ness, while all this is happening, as she's now noticed you, and she'll sort of say, "Oh, g'day, chaps. Come on, oh God, Leggit's at it again, is it? Right, you three, are you? I've got some food on. I've got some."
Is she the boss woman?
Yeah, she's the. Yes, yeah. I've got some leek and potato soup on the go. If you want to sit down, get yourself acclimatised. I'd love to hear what's going on.
Thank you kindly, lady. I'll fill her in on the as we're going through. I'll tell her exactly what happened. Say, I'll tell her about the dwarves and what we'd suggested and what they'd agreed and what do they think of that, etc.
Okay. So so Vernie and Daphne are willing to go with Leggit with your natural 20 and your correct rolls. If you wish, Andy, you can lead them off.
Away we go. He's going to pop both arms around the ladies, and behind his back is Leggit's Mage Hand giving the middle finger to Nordan.
Deserved it. I deserved it.
Oh.
Well, I have no option other than to applaud your natural 20 and say that you can have a Dungeons and Dragons 3-way if you particularly want, Andy, and leave it there and move on with the rest of my life. That's as much roleplay as you're getting out of me.
That's all I wanted from playing D&D, mate. Is just a bit of rumpy pumpy. I couldn't get there in Strahd. Gate ruined that for me.
Does that mean that Andy's basically won Dungeons and Dragons now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gone from the ultimate. My mate Dan was playing an elf half elf rogue in first ed, and he slept with a gully dwarf.
So all the other boys are going to hear is from the room upstairs. I take it it's got an upstairs.
Sure, it has now.
I imagine.
Yeah. Upstairs room is just from like Deliverance, the squealing pig noises.
Oh my God!
That's all you're going to hear.
Right, I'm going to stop there. As soon as he goes up, Kel's going to follow him.
Yeah.
And he's going to cast level 2 sleep on the room.
That's brilliant.
It's too late. He's already...
Okay. First off, roll stealth.
Nope, 7.
Well, you could just be walking past the room. You could
It's
just be.
it's a Leggit through. It's a
Fates
Leggit
have
three way. It's
aligned,
happening.
boys.
I need line, and I need to open the door line of sight so we'd see the door opening. So
That natural 20, man, it's battered all of us off.
So here's the thing then. So let's continue the story. We're not quite finished with your roll of 7. Then, Kelevendros, you're trying to open the door to cast sleep. How would Leggit like to respond to this?
Well, is the door cracked open?
Yes.
Right. Well, basically,
Mage
gonna-
hand,
he's
slap
gonna
him in
crack-
the face.
is basically going to open a door to Leggit sort of hog-tied with a ball in his mouth, being spanked by Hoopak.
yeah, I'm
That's
just
so wrong. It's so much.
not
like
even going to try
this.
it. Just door closes.
You'll never unsee that. I think you should have to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh no, I'll quite happily. I'll volunteer to fail it and go outside and vomit.
Like, oh,
Yeah, my eyes.
can't ever
Runs
unsee that.
down.
What worries me the most is this is the session that has fallen into a really dark place, and I've got Twitch on next to me, and Jackson's half watching it.
Oh, Jackson.
But he would like to play the Mark game. He has got
Yeah.
a word, so I was going to ask, does Mark mind just for 2 minutes just taking his headset off so Jackson can say his word?
Yeah, no, I'll do that now.
Come here then. Come here. Quickly.
Pickle.
Nice one, dude.
Tickle.
Pickle.
Yeah, he's gone with
Can
pickles.
I just
think it's not a bad
apologise
shout.
profusely to Jackson, please?
I think you should apologise to
fine.
the internet.
Cheers, Matt.
To be honest with you, I mean.
Yeah.
A lot of it goes over his head because we listen to Glass Cannon together. So if there's anything they start to suggest, I just tell him to ignore it, and he does. So he's
Okay.
probably not even been paying that much attention to bits.
Cool.
Is
But I've let him
that a
watch
bit?
Twitch 'cause
Is that a bit
Go on,
risque
mate.
as well? Then.
at times there's a lot of swearing in it and stuff as well. Same as what we do, really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he just ignores it now. He knows to ignore it. But I
Yeah,
thought I'd
yeah,
give him a
yeah.
Twitch because he was trying to lean across and see what was going on the screen. So I've just handed my phone over so he can watch the stream.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Well, thank you for that tangent, boys. It's made my day after being covered in poop and sick.
Have you had one of them days?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, is this with the
they
boys?
sound like
Well, yeah.
that sounds
Yeah.
like the best day
Not,
ever.
not my own.
Oh, I assume
Always a bonus.
It's a strange thing for me to admit, Andy, but I do enjoy it when you're poorly because you're very graphic about your descriptions of how poorly you've actually been. It's not very often that you get so much honesty with someone that is poorly.
Oh yeah, I don't mind.
Sharing the glory.
Telling my tales of me pooing. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I told you I obviously slept with puppy pads, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, at least
now-
you don't
and
take
now the
photographs and text them to us because I know someone that used to do that.
What's that, Mark?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I know
that
someone
stage.
that used
Not
to
yet.
take photographs of his poo on a regular basis and text it to me.
The
Well,
people that
actually-
you've met in your life. I mean, because how do you meet people like that, Mark? How do they
It was
come
our
into your
drummer.
life?
You met him, I think. He was our
I
drummer.
yeah,
All
but how
drummers
do
are
they
the
come into
same.
your life? I've never.
Well,
well,
no,
yeah.
I've never
All
met a
drummers are
drummer
like
that's
it.
not mental. Yeah,
I agree with him.
I think it was
sorry,
the
it's just the way it
vibrations
is.
going up the arms. I don't know, but yeah, everybody I know that plays drums is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, no liquor
Everybody
sense.
that's,
No.
everybody that's worked on submarines is absolutely nuts as
We've
well.
changed it.
Well, I suppose you've got to be a little bit crazy to volunteer
Yeah, I
to
know
go
two
into
way-
a metal tube fathoms under the oceans.
I've met 2 ex-submariners, and they were both fucking crazy. And ex-team leader had one of his mates as a submariner, and he's the electrical engineer on the submarine. And because it's really, really boring, what they ended up doing, him and his mates, for a laugh, is he rigged the microwave so it'd work when the door was open, and then they were timing each other to see how long they could microwave their head for. That's just yeah.
Well, there you go.
How bored do you have to be before you start considering microwaving your head?
Yeah. No,
Anyway,
I have
sorry,
questions, but I'm not gonna ask him. So you tell Ness about your success with the dwarves, and she's straight away. She's, oh, thanks very much, Jepsy. Yeah, Clistron's out at the minute, but as soon as he's back, I'll send him down. That's I can't thank you enough. That's amazing. If we can open up this line of trade between us, and then obviously if something goes wrong here, we can go there, and if they and vice versa. That's brilliant.
So do they want us to come with them when they go back there, or are they going to go on their own with the instructions that we've given them? You know,
the plan was for us to.
Oh, it was a note, wasn't it? Were we going to?
Yeah, the agreement was
Yeah.
they were initially going to leave a note, and they were going to communicate by writing, and then build a rapport, and then face to face.
Yeah, she'll say no. There's no worry. I'm sure Clistron can handle it. We've had some of them. We've got some scavengers that go out regularly. We'll just point them in that direction and make sure that they get them.
To make sure that everything's all right. Do we need to go back and use the far gap?
Yeah. So the plan is to go back through the portal, and then see if we can get in touch with it's not Darrick. It's I do know his name.
It's Darrett, isn't it?
Yeah, Darrett.
Darrett.
We've had a couple of DA something characters turn up.
I know. I should really run one campaign at a time, shouldn't I? But I can't do it. I can't get to play. I can't get to play regularly enough for one campaign. I can't. So yeah, Ness will say, "Well, this is all on me. This is no charge." And you know that obviously she seems to be putting Leggit upstairs, but you've got your own house that you can that they've allotted to you as well. So, but it's getting pretty late by the time you've. Yeah, so are you envisaging squeaky floorboards, Mark?
I'm just thinking about Kenders and ball gags, and it's both revolting and highly amusing at the same time.
You finish your meal. Unless you've got any other business with Ness, you manage to get back to your beds. You can go ahead and have a long rest, get your hit points back, and do what you want. I'm tempted to ask Mr. Johnson for a Constitution saving throw just to see if you wake up with one level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm surprised he didn't take any sort of bludgeoning damage from.
Well, what I'll do, I'll set your DC at 5. Have a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Because it sounds pretty rough up there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Eileen, she's the Bukkake queen.
Oh, God.
Mark,
What?
Children.
No one will know. No one will know. And if
He's watching it right next to me.
This needs to be PG-13 episode, Mark.
For another 14 minutes, then you can say what you want, mate.
I video chat him. I video chat him occasionally and tell him several times that he's on speaker and my children are about. He can't do it.
I forget. I've got a very small memory.
It's fine, man.
Very small.
Yeah. It's always bizarre because as you know, mine is 6 and 8, and it's always bizarre. We said to them once, and apologies for this, Jackson, I'm about to swear. We said to Tess once, do you know swear words? She was talking about swear words, and she says, yeah, they're some of the boys at school, and it's conversationally. And Jackson, cover your ears. And she said, oh yeah, one of the boys said fuck. It's like, no, you're 7. It was like a year ago. She said, you're 7. You can't say that. But what can you do? It's like. Yeah, all right. Do you know that's a bad word? Yeah, you know you shouldn't say that. That that can offend people. Don't. Okay.
So I've had the same conversation. The thing is, I've said it in front of him before, and he tells me off. So
Yeah.
Well, at
Swear
least
words.
he's got his head screwed.
I know you don't. I was saying I've said it in front of him. And he told me off before. Sorry, I'm having a conversation with Mike on.
Yeah, that's all right. So let's
Long rest.
yeah.
So next morning, have we got to go and contact Jeff, give him an update, tell him what's going on, and then where did we decide where we want to go?
Hold up, just before you move too far, because next morning Lavender's is going to be open. There's going to be opportunities to buy things. There's going to be opportunities to do other bits, Mark.
Definitely want to buy things. I forgot about that as well.
We all have a veritable fortune. We've also got a chalice worth 1,000 gold pieces, which I doubt we're going to be able to trade here, but we've got gems, assorted gems at 50 gold pieces each too. So we can try and barter with them
If we had Hero's Feast, we could use that chalice as a spell component, but we haven't. So I'll show.
Worth remembering for later.
Yeah.
So what are you wanting to buy stuff then? Are you wanting to go to Lavender's just to see if she's got anything in?
Yeah, because I remember a certain promise by a certain DM about there maybe being something available for the Sorcerer.
Yeah,
but he's not
who's been cheated left, right, and centre.
Honestly, no, you say cheated, I say robbed. Land somewhere in the middle, and then look at Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. He's a Kender.
Kender's going to Kend.
Sam the player, absolutely robbed. Nordan the character has it coming.
And I think that's a fair evaluation.
Right then, what's she got, Dave? What's she got?
So she's got this. Most of this is still flotsam and jetsam that's washed up. So she has, for 50 gold pieces, she's got plenty of potions of healing if you wanted to stock up on them. She also has 2 potions of greater healing, which is 4d4 plus 4 hit points worth. And they are... She will sell you those for 100 gold.
Shall we take all of them?
I was going to say, I think those 2 are definitely worth it full stop, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we end up in a dungeon crawl and we've got no spell slots, that could be they could be a godsend.
She has come across what else might be nice for you. I'm gonna let's see if this works. Just roll a percentage dice for me, Sam.
So that's 100 D100, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a 36, Dave.
You doing, little thing? Or she's using the litter tray.
Yeah, that's more potion. Okay, that could be fun. She has. This is for 150 gold. She's come across, or she's managed to find the material to create a potion of. I'm going to struggle to figure out how. Bear with me. I'm going to sound really ignorant here. Potion of diminution.
Or diminution.
Diminution.
Makes you small.
Yeah, you can. When you drink this potion, you gain the reduce effect of an enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours. And yeah, I wanted to give you something else other than that, though, Sam. I'll tell you what we'll go with. We'll go with a.
Find anything for Sam. Bear in mind, I'm specifically looking for him and not me.
Go on then.
90.
Well. Okay. In which case,
Boots or gloves?
she knows it's magical and she can't figure out how to use it or what it is. But it's a rod. It's a flat iron rod with a button on one end. All she knows is that when you press the button, it fixes in place, and you nothing that she can do can move it.
Oh, they're so handy.
And it's an immovable rod, which she's willing to sell to Nordan specifically before Leggit gets King Leggit again.
Yeah. Well, I'll shout him over because it was me. I say, "Look, what's this? So this, have a look at this. Do you like this thing? It looks magic."
And she will sell you that for 200 gold.
Vox Machina have got one. In fact, they ended up with 2. They're really handy.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now.
You know, like we had nowhere to tie the rope last time when we were trying to climb down.
Yeah.
That's one of many uses for it. Vox Machina got swallowed by it was the gnome. What's he called? Bard. Can't remember his name. Scanlan. Got swallowed by the black dragon and just left it in its stomach. So when it took off, it ripped a massive hole in itself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I will separate with 200 gold pieces for that.
Will she accept for assorted gems worth 50 gold pieces each in payment?
Absolutely, yeah. No, she's in fact,
Yeah,
if anything, she's made up for that, and she's willing if you can club together for it. She's also a wand of magic detection as come her way as well.
Oh, I've got detect magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the wand
takes
stops
11
us from
minutes,
using.
but-
The wand stops us from having to use spell slots.
Yeah. Well, no, I can do it as a ritual.
Oh,
If
okay.
we need to do it on the fly.
Yeah, it's good if we need to do it on the fly, but
How much is the wand?
if anybody wants it, I'd say
I'd say take the wand as well. So we'll have the immovable rod and the wand and the greater healing potions. Just whether you want the reduced potion or not.
I'm
it has
good.
its negatives, positives, depending on what you want to do with it.
I could
How
imagine
much
a
is the wand,
Kender
Dave?
getting up to mischief with it, but
Wand, which she's heard about what you've done, and she'll say just 100 gold for the wand.
Okay, so we'll give her 2 more of the gems. And how much were the great healing potions? 100 each.
Yeah.
And how there was 2 of them or 4?
2.
2. Okay, so we're down to 2 gems of worth 50 gold each. So we've got 100
wicked
gold
that
worth
we've
of
managed to
gems.
spend them though. That's
It
awesome.
probably makes more sense where we are than giving them gold because
Yeah, she can trade them or make jewellery or whatever they do.
Have you seen the
What's the
D&D Beyond
Rod
image
one?
for the immovable rod?
I haven't.
That is
Why?
a pimp stick if I ever saw one.
I mean, if you want that
It's a
potion of
sausage roll.
diminution,
I'll be back.
Oh, what was he going to do to a sausage roll?
missed it. If you want that potion, Andy, we've got 100. We can knock 100 gold off with gems and just
Let me just flag
it
the
only
cat.
costs you 50. Yeah,
what potion was that? The reduced.
yeah. It's a pot of
What's it
diminution.
called, Dave?
Diminution, I think.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
And what
reduces
does it
our
do?
size class.
Diminution.
Diminution.
So
Takes me down or something.
it's basically the reduce element of the enlarge reduce spell. You half, you go down to half your size, and you weighted 1/8 of normal.
Okay.
You go down,
Right.
you go from medium to small.
Mark's kitten.
But
Yeah. Okay. And how much is that, Dave?
200 gold, I think I said.
I think it's a 150.
150. Okay.
I need to stop eating Skittles
Okay,
when we
I'll-
talk
I'll-
about something money.
I'll take that.
Yeah, so just not 50. Just not 50 off. Andy, and I'll give her the last 2 gems we've got.
Yep.
Okay.
Because we've got 100 gold's worth of gems, so we may as well give her them. Great healing potions. Who's taking them?
I think it should be Leggit and Nordan.
No, I've already got one, mate.
Great.
Use it. Yeah.
Oh.
In that
I've got a
case, Nordan.
standard.
Yeah,
I've got
I
a
haven't got any,
standard.
but I can heal myself. So Nordan.
You've got a greater one, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I picked it up a long, long time ago.
Might be with
Pinched it,
you.
Oh, I have got one. I'm a complete liar. Yeah, I've got a standard one.
I think we brought a couple of standards. Nordan should probably take one of the greater, and then either yourself or me should take the other.
You take the other one because they tend to go for you. The clever ones go for you because you're not as heavily armored. So you take one.
All right. Yeah, because to be fair, my lay on hands is an action, not a bonus action. Although I have got healing word. So
Nah, man, go for it. As I say, we're the ones in the thick of it, and when we've got non-stupid enemies, they usually go for you.
Because I'm easier to hit. Yeah, I'm not saying.
Plus, me having it gives me either I can use it for myself, or if we win the combat, I can run over
down,
and glug.
I'm happy with that. Sounds good. I've still got a normal one in case of emergency, so I'm happy to.
I've still got a potion of hill giant strength as well. Apparently.
Well, that's definitely something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Is it? I think it's bedtime for Jackson then. So we'll carry on though, because I'm sure Sam will go along with most of the decisions anyway. So you wrap up your business at Lavender's. Ness will pack you away with supplies. I'm not sure what rations you've got, but she'll give you another 2 days worth of rations each.
So they're the ones we're going to use them up, aren't we? So just say we don't have to take any rations off.
I've got the Outlander feat, so maybe not.
Of course. Yes, that's why I was getting you to do the survival check, wasn't I? Yeah. Okay, so
I'm gonna take a bloody stat increase next time. Next time I'm due a hamster, which has not been for a very long time.
Not for a very long time, Mark. Now. So you were the plan was to go to the portal north of Heart's Hollow, which is a good 5-6 miles away.
Yeah,
and then go back and report into Darrett. If I was correct, okay. So yeah, for the short trip to get back to the portal, it doesn't take you long. You're experienced enough, and it's mostly overland, not inside the ravines, to get there. Portal back straight away. Are you straight on the far gap?
Who's got it?
Probably try it.
Yep.
I think Nordan has it.
Well, he's not here, so what we'll do is the receiver, you can sort of hold it and all talk into, and it's an amplifier anyway, so the sound comes out, and straight away, Darrett, as you say, Darrett, are you there? He'll say, yeah, no, I'm here, I can hear you.
Fill him in, tell him exactly what's what, and what we're doing, and what we're planning.
Yeah, okay, so
he'll say
for
going off grid.
Yeah, we didn't warn him we were going.
We've been gone for like a week.
He'll say, no, don't worry about it. It's been, I reckon it's been, I reckon it has been about a week, Sam. I think you're right. He'll say, don't worry about it. I've met Dalamar. We travelled north. We followed you, and this young Sylvanesty elf, a very nice chap, came and told me what he'd asked you to do.
Yeah, he helps us out.
We've done none of it.
So no, we're on board. Where are you now? He'll say.
Tell him.
We just we've just come back through the portal, have we?
Yeah. So we're on the northern coast.
By the portal.
Yeah. So he'll say, okay, because we're still at Exile's End. We Dalamar told us not. I tried to introduce myself to the rest of the Sylvanesty Elf contingent, but I didn't get much of a
I wouldn't bother.
No, so we've moved west of that position, and we were heading slowly inland. We're still, everything's still okay. We are struggling with supplies, so we're having to take it quite slow so we can make sure that everyone's fed and watered.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we are, our current position is about 12 miles to the west of Exile's End, and we're heading slowly towards the shrine. We understand that you're going to investigate the shrine, so you'll probably, hopefully, be there before us, and we'll try and keep up. He'll say to you, do you think it's best discussing future plans? Because if you're leaping all over the place, we don't necessarily know when we're going to be in range.
So, well, what we've got on the table at the minute is we've got the shrine, which you know about, which is where we can possibly meet you. We'll be going off up to the fortress, and then we're going to finish up at the tower where Dalamar said he could meet up with us.
Okay, so he'll say, right, well, what I'll do, my route from Exile's End. So you put him sort of around here on your map at the minute.
Yeah.
And Derek will say it's going to take a slow progress. So they're moving about only 6 miles a day, which is 1 hex. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days puts him on top of the shrine. And then he will say to you that they're going to make their way in northwest towards the tower, but he expects you to be there well before them. So what was that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All being well, within the next week or so, he's expecting to be around here.
Right. So we've got that long to get the fortress done as well, and we could meet him there as at the end.
Yeah, it's just so you know his route. I'm trying and think back to the days before we had mobile phones, and you know.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. Would Arthas know if Derek knows about the flash floods?
I was going to say we'd have to expand that conversation as well, because obviously we have now gained.
Yeah, I said I'll warn him anyway. I mean, I just have to assume he's not that familiar with Wadi, so I'll tell him what the score is and to be extra careful, and try not to spend any time in the ravines, because literally without warning, you could get washed out to sea, and that'll be pants.
Yeah. Yeah, no, brilliant. He'll say no. We have experienced some of it. We've had a few near misses, which is why it's taking us so long. I mean, there's 200 of them. Yeah. In fact, there's some. I don't know if I've shown you the campaign art for this. Let me show you, because it was a nice picture. I've not had chance. Chapter Splash, this is called. So this is the introduction to the chapter.
Oh,
that's the Calaman troops getting into a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Good picture there. Good picture.
Yeah, there's some sort of octopusy thing.
I was just about to say that's worrying.
Did he mention the octopusy thing while we were talking to him?
He will tell you about the octopus. Yeah, he'll say, we had a bit of a fight on, but Cudgel stepped in, sorted out the octopus out.
So thanks for the warning. That's nice to know.
Yeah. Right, let me put you back on the map. So, Darrett will wish you. Just a question for you. Are you telling Darrett about Heart's Hollow and the Bluemore Caves? No, that's a negatory.
We promised not to. Didn't we promise we wouldn't say anything about it?
You did. I just wanted to confirm that. Okay. Yeah. So, Darrett will say, right. Yeah. So you know his route. He knows what you're doing. Go on, Mark, sorry.
So can I be an annoying bastard and point out that the polearm that guy had in the last picture was a Bardiche, or Bardiche, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But...
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to
show him my polearm knowledge. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
So Bardiche would be like a long-bladed axe on a pole?
It's, pretty much.
That's what I was going to ask. What's the difference between a Bardiche and a poleaxe?
A poleaxe is much shorter half, generally. It's not really a proper polearm. They're not that long, but I've seen them using it in that. Has anyone watched that Armored Combat League in America?
I've seen clips.
A lot of them use poleaxes. because the haft's bendy, so you can get a proper swing with them.
But
yeah,
a poleaxe is more of a axe head, whereas a bardiche is more of a bladed.
yeah, it's like half.
Yes.
But the way it's attached to the blade is to the haft is axe-like, but it's not that axe shaped. If you know what I mean.
So what's the difference between a poleaxe and a halberd then?
A halberd is, I think, a thicker haft. I don't know if it's as long. It's got an axe head on one side, a point at the top, and a spike on the back.
Right.
So that one is used primarily for knocking knights off horses, or you can use it to pull the shield. If somebody's got if you're attacking a shield wall, you can pull the shield away, and one of your mates can then twat him.
Official military term, twat it.
Yeah.
Last question. Lochabar axe, are they a type of bardiche or a type of halberd?
I think they're their own thing because it's a much heavier end, if you like. So it's like a cross between a poleaxe and a bardiche.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if this works. I've just sent a picture in the general chat.
Oh, let's have a look. General.
Oh, right.
Yeah. All the different types. There's Lochaber axe there. No, there isn't a Lochaber axe there.
I mean, some of them are a bit fancy looking, but
yeah. Only aspect the Lochabar axe. It's in a series of books that I read. That's all. One of the knights has got one, and apparently they look absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's. Have you seen the picture of them?
Yeah, I did look them up at the time. I haven't looked at it recently.
Yeah,
but...
it's very similar to bardiche, but the head is bigger and nastier.
Can I? Because only because I'm a complete technophobe and I'm rubbish with technology. But check the stream right now.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Oh, nice, well done.
That's what I do. That's what I do now.
So there's your differences.
Yeah, cool.
I love poleaxe. So interesting. I'm a sad bastard.
Just going to put one in of Lochabar axe there as well. Just for...
They were from.
Oh, that's a goo. I can't do that. I'm afraid.
Hang on, bear with it.
I've
clicked on it.
Yeah. It's effectively. I think I was right.
Oh,
it's like very similar to a bardiche, but the head is nastier, bigger, and they were invented in Lochaber or used by people from Lochaber, hence the name.
But they've got the proper hook, haven't they? That's probably one of the big differences.
Again, that's for pulling things off horses or pulling shields. They're really handy.
That one that you just linked looks like it's for naval purposes. Looks like you can imagine sailors using that for like a belaying hook type thing on the other side.
Yeah.
Right, so let's move forward because we're not actually. This is the distraction session, isn't it? So Darrett knows what you're doing. You know what Darrett's doing, and just so I can say it out loud again, in 8 days' time, Darrett's expecting to be just west of the tower. 4 days' time, he's expecting to be west of the shrine, give or take. So you're currently at the portal. You finish your conversation with Darrett, wish him well. And you're heading towards the shrine. Happy?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's have your survival check. It's going to be another group survival check, and I'm just going to ask for one roll for you to get to the shrine because of your narrow everything that Clistron's told you. You're going to be able to get there pretty quickly. So well done, Mark. Ooh.
Oh.
Come on, Andy.
What? Sorry.
Survival.
Distracted then. Sorry. Survival.
We pulled it back. No, that'll do it. Okay, so you do experience on the way down. It's gonna take you sort of a day and a half maybe, but you do experience 3 washes in that time. It's a particularly bad trip for you. But you managed to dodge them all. You managed to spot them beforehand, and you also see. I'm going to go with on the random fights that I could throw at you. I'm not very big on random encounters, but you can see on one of these washes, you can see plesiosaurs swimming in the wash. but you managed to avoid them. So you, as you're getting closer to where the shrine, you believe the shrine to be, as it's been pointed out to you on the maps, you hear conversation, and it's elvish conversation coming from the next rise.
What are they saying? I've got Elvish. And no
What
one
are they
does
saying?
Elf.
I can speak
Yep.
Elvish.
So can I.
Three of us
Is
can.
is it everyone other than Leggit that can't speak Elvish?
Yeah, what they're saying, Dave, I can't.
To you, well, as I mentioned this to Sue the other day because I like elves to be Welsh, and she said, "What are you about? Dwarves are Welsh, surely. Welsh is a stouty, a stout." Now I was like, no.
No. Dwarves are
you can-
Scottish.
Yeah. I know. I said that to her as well, and then I
Oh,
played her
you're
the Riox's rusty ring piece. She wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. That's the other thing I need to say to you, because I'm running the campaign again. I need another Riox's rusty ring piece, but I can't repeat it, so I need ideas. I was going to go with the best I've got is Riox's ruptured rectum.
Oh,
But,
that's rough. Speaking from a man with piles, that's.
Oh,
it's
too much. Mark, come on. I didn't need to know that.
No, it's
50%
Riox's
people-
rectal reliever.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to Andy. Anyway, where was I?
I'll ask everyone while I think on. Could everyone remind me to buy a couple of javelins when we're next, in somewhere? Because I keep meaning to and forgetting.
Why not?
You can have a couple of javelins, Mark.
Wicked! I'll knock that off me.
You'll. So the conversation is in this Elvish, and it's a strange dialect. The accent in Elvish you don't recognise. So it's not Qualinesti, it's not Sylvanesti. It's something different, and there seems to be. It's a discussion, and there's a lot of what do we do? I don't know. We can't get in. Do we just abandon it? What do we do? And there's a lot of confusion. But because they're still discussing this, whoever they are, they haven't heard you.
Could I have a history check, Dave, to see if I know about the Kaganesti and think if it might be them, if it's not Sylvanesti or Qualinesti?
For the three of you that can speak Elvish, you can have a history check. Your DC is going to be reasonably high because of the nature of Ansalon during the time period that you are.
Well, Nordan's done a good one.
Does that mean that Elvish is Gaelic? Just as a. Wait, they've got Welsh accents. Does that? Do you know what I mean? That seems like a reasonable assumption.
If you've seen
Gaelic is a
Tolkien's Elvish
fucking
language,
nightmare of a language as well.
Yeah, the vowels all went on strike apparently.
So no, I mean, you're sort of scratching your head between you, and you're sort of whispering between the four of you. We'll get involved in. I've never heard anything like it. No, none of you are aware of the actual inflections that they're using.
Can we see anything, or can we just hear the voices?
Rob, you've heard the voices sort of travelling through the ravines. You know where they are. But they're over a rise, so you'd either need to sneak up or make yourself known or approach in some way.
I'll say to Leggit, is there any chance you could do a little stealthy recce, see if you can see what's going down?
They levitate on
that. Played for and got.
Can I do that? Can I levitate so I can just peek up over the top?
Sure, I'm still going to ask for a stealth check, but yeah, how you stealth up is entirely up to you.
Right. Okay. He's going to do it in a very specific way. Ninja-like stealthness.
Every time. So I'm just going to check the passive perception, which is nowhere near 27. Yeah. So what you see as you float up and report back to the other chaps.
Can I just do something as I go up? Can I?
Sure.
Because it's my first time using the boots of levitation, so he's going to be a little bit like whoa, whoa, as he first takes off. But then as he's by the cliff, he's just all he's going to do is he's going to push himself off, and I'll demonstrate this just for Sam's. He's going to push himself off the rock, and he's just going to start spinning nice and slow.
You best be careful, because if you can't grab the rock, you're stuck spinning.
Cast Gust. So as you rise up, flipping the bird, and then report back to your fellows. You can see a group of 6 blue-skinned elves, and it's quite a stark blue skin, and they're adorned with seashells and various other sort of ropes and tridents and things like that have a nautical theme. And with and it's
Atlantis.
Yeah, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer back to Sam's 17. No, actually, we'll have a fresh history check. So this would be individual, but you can all roll.
Let's have a go, shall we? History.
24, 22, 19, and 15. Okay, so these are another legendary creature come to life. So I mean, obviously, the revelation that the gods are real was something that was shocking to you. But you've all heard rumors of or legends of sea elves. But what you appear to have right in front of you are actual physical sea elves.
Are they Dragonlance? I mean, I know I wouldn't know. Can't remember.
You would be aware of 2 different types. Darganesti, known as, because you've rolled spectacularly well, so between you all, you managed to remember that Darganesti, or you would know them as deep elves, are a particular legend, but there's also what's known as shoal elves. So there's one of the 2 different types of sea elves, but you're not sure which ones.
Need with my nat 20.
Just throw that one out there.
I will. Second nat 20 again. Would it spark anything in my memory regards my past at all?
No, possibly. You get all right. You get flashes of the nautical theme coming back to you, but it doesn't relate, and it's a strange one for you. With these images that you've had before of what you've identified as the astral plane, the astral sea, you get flashes of nautical references to do with your what seems to be like this out of body or previous life that you've had, but it doesn't relate to the sea. It relates more to this astral sea.
So the astral sea is not an actual physical body of water.
No, it's a different plane of existence where things are ethereal and float through this the purple void that you've seen before in images.
Yeah.
It's just a purple void of nothingness. So, they're still unaware of you. What do you want to do?
Cal will always advocate for the open and honest, let's approach them, let them know that we're here, let's not sneak upon them. And
I would advocate that Kel or Nordan as our charisma people, one or the other, approach them and we'll follow behind sheepishly.
Well, Nordan is the most charismatic of us. In fairness.
And chooses to be an arse with it.
Well, he's just a frat boy. That's all Nordan is. He's a frat boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Loves it.
Yeah, I guess he is, isn't he? I feel like once we realise who they are, Nordan would be a little bit like he was with the gnomes. He'd be like, we've got to meet them. We've got to go say hello. I must know more. Must know more. Must know more. I need to meet them. I need to speak to them. This is amazing. They shouldn't exist. Oh my god, this is awesome.
I've got the
Because he is
Lego
still
theme
young.
tune in, but everything is awesome.
It's awesome. So yeah, I think he'd be well up for the let's go to speak to them rather than kill them approach.
Oh, defo, yeah, definitely.
Which sneaky beaky tends to lead to stabby.
Okay, so walk me through it then. What they're over the next rise. What's everyone doing? What's the plan?
Well, I think we've got Norton first. We'll just hail the camp. Sort of thing.
Am I overplaying the party? You're just going to walk forwards, but Nordan's first.
Hands open, speaking in Elvish.
Okay.
Hello, friends. I don't know what
Right.
would be a universally recognised. We come in peace. Hand
Yes, you
signal,
do.
but...
It's bar weep, nah, weep, nah,
No,
no, hand signal. How you hold your hands.
Oh, right. Sorry. So as you crest the rise with your hands, in supplication, and initially they all spin round to you. So I have an image of Kagan SDL. No, sorry. To answer your question, Mark, I don't think they would reveal the actual race, but I will tell you these are Dim elves. Dargan Esti are the deep elves. These are the shoal elves. Dim and Esti. So as you make yourself known, this one that's on the picture seems to be he stood over the others as the others are sort of kneeling down, and he spins to you with this spear, and he sort of stands and he looks like a frightened animal initially, and he just sees the four of you in sort of an open supplicant gesture, and he'll say in Elvish. He'll start off in Elvish, and he'll say, "What is it that you want?"
Love it. So, just to clarify, are we where we think the shrine should be?
Yes.
Yeah. And what are they stood next to? Because as we come over the ridge, we're going to be able to see it, aren't we?
As far as you can see, they're stood next to what looks like a makeshift camp. So there's perhaps some fish on spears. There's a little bit of a well guarded, well tended fire. You've not seen much smoke from it, but that you don't see a shrine entrance.
I was going to say, because obviously the conversation suggests they were trying to figure out how to get in, and obviously, are we looking at the door? Yeah, so Nordan will sort of say, we just happened to stumble across you. We are out here searching for a location. I feel like we're probably looking for the same place, if you know where I'm saying. But we mean you no harm. We are friends, and I have all the questions in the world that I need to ask you, because this is amazing. This is fantastic. And he's starting to go into that, like with the gnome conversations. They speak fast. He joins in, and he's starting to lose a bit of his control there. He's like, I just got so many questions I need to ask you, because you are like things are legend to us, and we've never seen it.
To this, as you start going forward, he holds his hand out to you, and will say, "Hold there." He'll say, "We need to ask your allegiance before you come any closer."
And Kel's just going to pull out his symbol of Paladin.
Okay.
Hold it up.
this look of shock and reverence. Go on, Andy.
Leggit's gonna march up and go, me, Leggit, friends.
Okay, which is enough for me to want to. So we'll start speaking in common now. They do know the common tongue, and we'll have the rest of the conversation in common. So,
Leggit's slowly sort of.
So what you'll notice is that when you show your amulet of Paladin, he'll make a gesture. It's a gesture that looks reverent, and it's also almost like a knee-jerk reaction to it. And he will say, "Oh, I cannot lie. It's wonderful to meet you."
And you, when he kind of like give him a half.
Stop laughing at me, Welsh, Mark. Fuck you. It is entirely possible that you will be able to help, as we are in dire need.
How can we help?
Yeah, if we can be of help, we'll be of assistance.
He'll say, are you aware of a dragon army in the area?
Yes.
Oh, yes. And we are no
many
friends
of the soldiers
of the dragon army.
Oh, this is wonderful news. They have taken our leader. We come inland every year to this site, and he'll point, and you can see now just round the corner what looks like the entrance to. It looks like a door built into a cliff face, and because it's low tide, it's the only way that you can see, and you can just see the corner of this sort of like white door. We came to pay homage as we do every year. Our leader, he normally says a prayer which opens the door, and he says a word. None of us know it, and he holds up this bag, and we pay homage inside, and then we leave peacefully. But we were attacked by the dragon army, and they took our leader. They killed many of our people, and we don't know what to do. We know we have to pay homage to the old gods, and we don't know anything about them, but maybe you can help us with your knowledge.
Yes, so
And that's why they took him.
That's what I was thinking.
That's the other option, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll say we don't know. We're not fighters, really. We ran. I am embarrassed to say we ran, but. What I can tell you is we have some scouts swimming around, and they are going to try and find out where they are.
First of all, there is no shame from fleeing from a stronger enemy. Carry no shame for those actions. But if you can point us in the right direction, we will retrieve your leader.
He's warming to you now, and he's all weapons are dropped, and all the rest of them stand, and they're coming to chat with you. And they're very tactile people, and they're wanting to touch you and shake your hands and hold you as they're talking to you. There seems to be this is part of their culture where if they're talking to you directly, they're holding on to you somewhere. Yeah. And he'll say, "This is great news indeed. Personally, I think we should conclude our business in the shrine first, and then." If that is okay with yourselves,
I'm sure we can figure it out between us all.
Yeah, that's no problem for me.
So he'll say as he's already pointed out to you, he is not a fighter. None of them are. Excuse me. And he will say that I will come into the temple with you if you manage to open it. We don't know how to open it, but everyone else, and he points to all the others. You make your way out to sea, and I will join you shortly. So the shrine entrance, an ancient algae-covered double door made of white granite stands here. It is etched with an eroded image of a majestic bird with outstretched wings. That is right in front of you here, if it's loaded up for you. And now that you can see it, that this here on the map that you've got, it looks like it's an actual wall, but it's a cliff face. Is how I'm going to style it. But clear double doors with this majestic bird with the outstretched wings.
How long have we got before high tide? We got time.
Well, this is the issue. This is the nature of the watch. You don't know. But as it stands, everything is settled. This is low tide, and what I'll say to you, Andy, is it's low tide has. You're coming to the start of low tide, so you're going to have hopefully a couple of hours at least.
Do we recognise the bird from the mural?
You could have. Give me a religion check.
Not my strong suit. Oh, it's not too bad. It is when you do that.
Yeah, this reminds you of Vogler. Vogler was dedicated to Habakkuk, the god of the sea and life. And there's something in the back of your mind is ringing a bell that the blue phoenix is the symbol of Habakkuk, and you're pretty sure that this is a very ancient shrine to Habakkuk.
Which would make sense. You know, if you connect the dots, if these are the sea.
Okay, so I'm just going to nip for a wee while you're having a discussion about, because I can hear you. Well, you start calling me.
Just don't do it too loud.
Yeah. So
we don't want to hear you.
So it's. I didn't introduce the fella. The fella's name is Ishvern, by the way. And he will say to you is that the problem that we have is we don't know how to get in. We don't know how to open the doors. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, right. Who can open stuff?
I return and look at Leggit.
Yeah. Oi, you! Here's a bun.
Yeah, I suppose it'll be just have a closer look at the door, see if there's any sort of keyholes, creases, anything you can get purchase on.
Maybe also an Arcana check from the party wizard to see if there's any symbols there, Leggit.
That might be
Oh
good.
yeah, I'll do that.
Didn't even get a response out of him.
I was
No.
I was reading my spell list just to make sure I hadn't got anything that might be useful here. So
Perception check from you then, Andy.
Yeah, I forgot you.
15. Nothing at all. All you can see is this stylized phoenix with outstretched wings. There's no keyholes. There's no purchase. You give it a shove, you give it a push. It's not budging at all. It's just fast and tight.
any of you religious boys do any religion checks on what we know now to be the deity?
I've got the -1 to religion, mate.
I think I've got it. I have. Let's give it a go.
I'm not proficient with it, and I've got a -1 intelligence.
Yep, 22.
There we go.
So, this is indeed is a shrine of Habakkuk, as you would know. But there's something in the back of your mind that makes you think that as an ancient shrine, it would have a key phrase or some kind of prayer that would let you in. As to what that is, you wouldn't.
I'll impart that to the elves and see if they know if they've any idea what it might be.
Ishvan will say every year it's a secret passed down from seer to seer, from priest to priest, but no, I don't know what he said. He stood in front of the doors and said something, but I don't know what.
Oh, right, how the heck can we find out? Any ideas?
Looking around the door for any kind of inscription, but Leggit's already done it, so I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Looking maybe for something in Elvish, maybe.
No,
Any Elvish scripts? No.
There's no clues as to the phrase itself, or what you need to say.
So it'd just be either history or religion to see if we can work out what, if there are any like common phrases in Habakkuk worshippers, but the likelihood of us actually knowing that's slim.
Let's go a little bit more left field. How many charges is our? No, in fact, Mark, can you do detect magic on the door?
That's what I was going to suggest next.
I'm really left field in it here.
Yeah, I was contemplating that because I can just do it. I can do it without wasting a spell slot. So yes, I will definitely do that.
Yeah, so you do get it is magical, but it's very faint, and you can't discern the actual school. But whatever you need to do, it's got to be. Unless, of course, you're going to go with brute force. At the end of the day, this is a stone door.
Rather not, because I was thinking like worst case to be dispel magic, but then that's it. It'll be open forever, won't it?
I suppose I'd refer back to Ishvan to say, like, what have you tried? You know, what do you know about this door?
We know nothing. In fact, we didn't even know that it belonged to a god called Habakkuk. I've never heard that name before.
Well, what god did you think?
Of course, it's an old god. They're an old god.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't know any gods existed. Gods haven't existed for hundreds of years.
So
what's the Elvish word for Habakkuk?
It's the same word.
So why do you bring offerings to the temple then?
It's a tradition that goes back before the Cataclysm. We're a very spiritual people. We do believe in the old gods, but same as everywhere else, our or anything to do with the gods all stopped the day the Cataclysm happened. You were the first real practitioners of any divine magic that we've met for hundreds of years.
At least we're each other's first in something.
I mean, we could try dispel magic, or we try and open it by force.
So Ishvan at this point, he'll step up to the doors and put a hand on the door, and he'll say, in common, "Open," and then he'll say in Elvish, "Open," and then he'll try and say different phrases and different words, but nothing.
What's the Elvish word for friend?
Yeah.
Bell.
Friend and denter.
Melon.
Pomegranate.
This is you Mark. You're playing the Mark game.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the door. I feel like the odds are in our favour though with the Mark game against this door. Maybe
I'm going to top my drink up. I shall return.
Hello, there's a dog now.
Sorry about that. they've just come back and she's just gone thrown everything up in the air. She's been sleeping under my armpit. What if we tried praying?
I have got augury as a spell, but I don't know that augury particularly is going to help us in this regard.
What does augury do, Tom?
So it's a ritual, I think. By casting Gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the following possible omens: wheel, woe, wheel and woe, and nothing.
Okay.
It basically asks, I'm
We're
not
asking
sure
the
it really
DM what are our
applies.
chances of opening this door, basically, aren't we?
Well, no,
Yeah.
you need to say to me, if I do this, what would the outcome be?
Okay.
So, listen, what do you know about this door?
We know it's sealed by magic, and
Yes.
it's marked by, say, Blue Phoenix.
Yeah, me again.
And
Has
nothing
anybody
happens.
actually said the
What
word
do phoenixes do?
Habakkuk yet?
They
fly.
rise from the flames.
As
We'll try that.
Leggit steps forward and says the words Habakkuk, the door goes and then opens. Well done, Andy.
Hey,
I was
fucking
dying to
hate
say
puzzles.
I was dying to say to you, you're overthinking it. So inside, as the door creaks open, Ishvern, he's very, very tactile, as I say, and he's just clapping Leggit on the back. You can see a long room which stretches ahead. It's wall carved with motifs of rolling waves. A ceiling supported by twin pillars glows with a faint blue light. At the rear of the chamber stands an altar carved in with coral-like designs. Behind it rises a sizable granite sculpture depicting the bird from the shrine's entrance, its outstretched wings wreathed in flames. An archway opens into a chamber to the west, while a simple stone door stands to the wall in the east. As the door swings open and Leggit starts to... I'm going to take this for you, if you don't mind, Andy, just briefly. As your Kender curiosity takes over and you start to step forward, Ishvern will put a sort of hand on your shoulder and he'll say, I do know I will come with you into this entrance room, but I do remember every time we've been, we need to wash first in the first room on the west.
okay.
But
Yeah,
Ishvern
Leggit will take it.
I'm not going to kick off about it.
Yeah, so Ishvern will head towards there. If you wish to go there, you can reveal that part of the map if you wish. So in here, in the center of this room rests a 3-foot-high brass basin filled with clear water. A relief ornaments the walls, depicting a great seabird dipping into the waves alongside leaping fish and whimsical creatures. It's very, very ornate, well-adorned room, and it looks new. But as you walk into the room, Ishvern walks up to this, because the water is still, it's about 2 feet deep. So how tall's Leggit?
3 foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 foot 10.
So he starts washing himself in this raised pool, and he's washing his hands and his face.
Do the same.
Yeah, Cal will do the same, yeah.
Yeah,
Nordan
okay.
follows suit.
So as all of you wash, you all start to feel refreshed. Kel, as you start to wash, the injury that you sustained from the clay golem, as you dip your arm in, a part of it touches the water and it hisses and dissolves into the water, and you manage to cleanse all of it off you, so you can go back to your original hit points.
Yes.
Not only that, you can all gain 5 temporary hit points as well.
Ooh.
Nice.
And what I'm going to say to you is those 5 temporary hit points will go beyond a rest.
Can we bottle some of this up? Take
They'll
it with
go
us?
till we. I don't know if they'll be happy. If they'd be happy with that.
So you're going to disrespect an elder god? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm going to take his blessing forth with me. And if I use it again at another date, use it at another date.
So having cleansed yourself, there is actually a door here that Ishvan will now lead you towards. So you can see as you spending a little bit of time in this room, it's clearly a shrine dedicated to Habakkuk, and it's the fact that it's been here for thousands of years is amazing to you because it looks pristine, it looks new. As Ishvan approaches this door, the door itself swings open. And I'm just going to take Kel, your token, and it takes you into a corridor with a door to the northwest. Above that door is an inscription in Elvish, and above the door it says, "Honor those who came before and walk on." And as you approach the door, similar to the other one, swings open by itself.
How do we honour those that came before? Ask the elves. Do they normally do anything at this point when they get here, or do they just carry straight on?
Ishvan at this point will say, I normally don't go any further, but I will come with you. But anything else? He will mention. I didn't mention the name of their leader. Their sort of spiritual leader is Yearkel, which is spelled Yearkal. And he'll say Yearkel normally came in this bit by themselves. So I don't know. So just honour those who came before and walk on, it says. As you enter this last room, so you can have a look around here. Alcoves to the west and east of this chamber hold waist-high stone sarcophagi, sculpted with images of shells of graceful sea creatures. In the centre, it just appears to be like a sort of a plinth somewhere to sit, but there aren't any exits from this room. Stick Ishvan in.
What do I know? I don't know anything about their burial rites, I suppose. Is there anywhere that looks like they might have be able to put incense or anything like that, or any kind of offering bowls? Or
well, as you look closer to the sarcophagi, there are more inscriptions above each one. To the one in the west, the inscription reads, "Herzon, who built this prayer in stone."
Does that name ring any bells to any of us for any reason?
The other one is it. Oh, sorry, Mark. 1 second. It says, Winthel, our devoted first priest." But they are they're definite crypts.
I'm at a loss. Let me think.
To answer your question, I'm going to ask for a perception check from you then, Tom, just as Kelevendros is looking over. Yeah, so there's nothing obvious in terms of like places to put incense. There's
I think maybe Kel's just going to speak the inscriptions aloud, reverentially. It's the only thing I've really got in my head.
okay.
I've got nothing better.
Yeah, okay.
Unless you want to make a religion check or some description.
If that'd help, I can have a go. Would it help, Dave? Any point?
Say again, sorry.
Any point doing a religion check for Arthas?
Yeah, you can do. So, okay. No, what? I'll tell you what. You'll not need to, Mark.
Oh, lad.
So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take your lead by you saying reverentially, Tom, as you speak reverentially. You feel the power of Paladin wash through you. You know automatically that this is, if you're honouring the dead, which is through Paladin's giving it an extra oomph, if you will. And as you finish your prayer, a door opens, which was previously hidden.
The secret door.
So let me. There you go. And it reveals stairs leading up out of the water. And Ishvern's looking nervous now. But he's willing to follow on.
Yeah, Kel's at the lead.
I'll
at the
take the
lead?
lead, mate. Squishy. I'm least squishy.
Sure.
I'll
You don't
take the
mind?
first one, yeah.
All right.
I'll go first.
Okay, so
Voice symbol out.
Arthas. Yeah. Okay, let me put you up
It's good.
to the corner then, Mark. So it turns a corner and steps ascend into a room covered in thick black algae. At the centre of the room stands a well from which emanates the sounds of distant waves and the cries of seabirds. As you enter the room, there is what looks like a dark pit in the centre. And Ishvern moves into the room beside Arthas now, and he puts a hand on Arthas's shoulder, and he will look around to all of you, and he will say, I think this is it. I think this is where the offer should go. And he starts to untie this pouch that he's got, unless anyone wishes to stop him.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And you hear him now. He'll say sort of a few words, and he'll look back to you, and he'll say, I do remember this from my childhood. This was an old proverb that and it sounds like he's saying Habakkuk in various different ways, but it's sort of pronounced slightly differently, and you can easily understand why it's fallen into misuse and forgotten. And he empties most of this pouch, and these large blue pearls drop into the well, and you get this serene, divine feeling pass through all of you as you all receive Habakkuk's blessing. For the remainder of your time in the Northern Wastes, when you're making survival checks, you can make them with advantage.
Yes. I think that's probably quite useful as we've failed some
Very
serious.
handy.
Yeah.
So Ishvern, when you showed him your holy symbol, he'll make this sort of gesture again. I've now for some reason got Monty Python. Lornice Fleckree. Twats himself over the head with a book.
The way.
Yeah, and he'll say, that's incredible, gentlemen. I cannot thank you enough for this. I will pass on the knowledge of Habakkuk and Paladin and let my people know that the gods have returned. He's gone a bit Danelaw, hasn't he, now?
It's fine. It's fine.
You know, you sound like, mate. You sound like I don't know if any of you have seen The Last Kingdom.
Uhtred,
No,
son of
Netflix,
Uhtred.
Yes, you sound exactly like him, mate.
Yeah, that's I've heard myself going that way, but there you go. You to cut a long story short, you make your way out. You've done what you came to do here.
I just
And
have a quick question before we do leave. We found a spear.
Yep.
Yeah. And to fix it, we needed to take it to either is a holy place of somebody or just a holy place.
Quick look through my notes. Open my folder. What session do you reckon it was, Sam?
It's probably at least 5 sessions ago, I reckon.
We'll take a
Yeah,
guess
it was in Solmir's tomb that you found it.
No.
Well, what were you thinking anyway, Sam? If
Could we restore it here?
what I'll say to you is that because it's clearly on your mind, you take the spearhead out, and nothing seems to resonate with any of you. You try and dip it in the pool, you try and wash it, you try and put it on the altar. Nothing happens. Nothing changed.
Templar Paladin. What my notes say
It's
with Templar Paladin.
Temple of Paladin. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was specific or it just had to be a holy place. That was all.
Nice thinking, though.
Hey, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
Just on our way out, Dave. I'm just going to trail behind the group a little bit. Roll active hand just to press the button on the immovable rod while Nordan's walking. And then just so he goes.
Okay, roll your sleight of hand.
Isn't your mage hand invisible as well?
You can make it invisible, yeah.
15.
Okay, at what point is this going to happen?
Just as they're walking out the main door, it's just trailing off behind. He's just going to sneak in. Notice that it's obviously secured to him, and it's just going to slightly just as he walks past and watch as he jolts to a halt as I walk past him.
Okay, yeah. So you Nordan, you feel this incredible force stopping you from walking over the threshold, and every time you try, it's stopping you from moving forward.
I'd imagine it would be his backpack. You just sort of go, and then you'll see Leggit behind him, and he's like, "You fucking damn it!"
Clearly, Habakkuk wants a new worshipper.
Oh.
As I walk past him.
I've got Nordan as kind of an upright turtle now, with these sort of. But it's okay. So you see. I'm assuming that you see Leggit now chuckling away in the corner.
Yeah.
But you'd have to take your rucksack off, which is now suspended in air, spin around, grab your rucksack and turn the rod off, and then slap Leggit over the top of it. So Ishvern thinks this is hilarious, and he'll as he starts to sort of laugh along with you. Two of his of the other Dimonesti elves return, and they have a whispered conversation. And Yerkel will Ishveld will say to you is that they found They found some of the captives. They're located to the north. What I'm going to do is take you back to your map. And as accurately as I can, I'm going to give you another location.
To the north.
Where's text? There it is. So it is. I'm going to do this slightly above it. And I'm going to call it Red Dragon Camp. Hopefully that's just appeared for you.
Yes.
And there is a lake here. So this is well to the north.
Wow.
But
yeah,
Ishvern will say to you that some of my people have been spotted going into this camp. It is a camp of the Red Dragon Army. I cannot give you much, and I don't expect anything, but everything that you've done for us, I can only hope that you will continue to help us. And he offers to Kelevendros this bag. And he opens it so you can see inside, and you can see this massive pearl, this blue pearl. And he folds your hands over it, and he pushes it into your chest. So you're holding this blue pearl. It's worth it's worth 750 gold. This blue pearl. And he will say, "Take this with our blessing. Know that you have friends in Dynasty Elves. But if I was to ask one more thing, I would ask that you free our people."
We can but try.
Do we know
If
what
we
the
can, we will.
SDLs, I mean, they're not fighters, are they? But what are they kind of bad? What are they good for? What are they useful at?
They can swim underwater. They can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
They as you're sort of questioning, the other thing that they will be able to tell you is that there is a cove further inland here. So they can. In fact, I'm going to put that on your map as well. But they will tell you that they've scouted out this cove. They've scouted out the land. They can breathe underwater, and so they would be good for scouting if it's anything sea related. But they will tell you this cove is shrouded in mist, and it's a curious, impenetrable mist, which is why they haven't approached. But they do know that you can land boats there. It's one of the very few places on the northern wastes that you can land ships, or smaller rowboats, rather. Say again, sorry, Sam.
Go on, Andrew.
I was just going to say, can I put it to the Dynasty Elves that, I'm not going to say like, we save your people, we need you to help us, but just ask them, we're more than willing to help your people, but we are more cogs in a much bigger machine at the moment, and we need all the help we can get. So we could only ask of you. Any aid you can give us will be a blessing.
I like where you're coming from, mate. What everything that you've just discovered about them so far, they seem to be a peaceful people. But I'm going to ask you for a persuasion check for that. Okay. So to this, he's again very tactile, but he would say, "My friend, I wish we could. The best I could offer is I will go to my people and I will petition them. We do have hunters And I will ask if anyone who is willing to assist with this. Now we know there is resistance against this dragon army. I will see, but I cannot promise anything. We are not fighters.
I'll just add to it. We don't expect you to fight, but eyes and ears are more important.
Yeah,
You can watch them,
yeah. To this, and what he'll do then is he'll give you a impress on you a signal. Perhaps under next to the sea, next to the shore, to get two pieces of metal and to hit them together in this particular rhythm, or he'll give you something like a sort of like a Dimonesti version of a bat signal, if you wanted them to scout for you in the sea. So no, that's good thinking, mate. I was hoping you were going to roll higher for that persuasion, so you could get some some Dimonesti warriors on your side, but.
I'd also like to ask them if they know anything about this fortress. Sorry, Sam.
No, you're right.
The short answer for that is going to be no, I'm afraid. It's inland. So they don't even know there's a fortress there.
Okay, it's just because obviously it's on that peninsula, isn't it? So
yeah, it is.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that peninsula is quite high up. The cliff face itself goes very low down. Even on high tide, it wouldn't come close to the top of the cliffs.
And I was just curious about the numbers in the Red Dragon Army camp. Like, is it a large force? Is it a scouting? Even if they just give us rough numbers of how many are in the camp.
Another good question. He will say it's certainly well guarded. There is a lookout. There is a watchtower, a lookout tower. You know what? It is interesting for you. I think you might have. Yeah, no. What he'll say, there is. The camp itself is in the middle of a lake. On high tide, water flows all the way around it. On low tide, it's sand. It's it's solid ground. And what he will suggest, if you were to help them to free their people. During a high tide, you would be able to go over the bridge, and it might be possible for them to create a distraction to help you. How about that?
Yeah,
they're basically camped in a natural castle almost, aren't they?
Yeah.
With its own moat bailey.
Moat around it during high tide, yeah. But they're happy to create a distraction. They're going to flee as soon as they've created this distraction. Yeah. They're not fighters, but that's something that they would be willing to do for you.
Okay. You can get Darrett there quickly as well. 200 soldiers backing us up.
We'd have to send Darrett through the portal for that.
And we have to be careful about Darrett and Heart's Hollow.
Yeah.
My other concern is that camp's very, very close to Heart's Hollow.
Yeah, in terms of Darrett, Tom, I'll just address that directly because I don't think you're going to have much luck there. It would take a month or so to cross that terrain when you're looking at your map. And it's that open. What they're telling you is that this is an open camp. This is a well-fortified, well-defended camp with very good visibility. They're going to spot your army coming from a long way away. But while you're on the subject of their army, you can inform these Dimonesti that you have forces. Initially, they're a bit like, we don't want anything to do with that, but you tell them that they're on your side type thing. So,
Yeah.
Anything else from these?
You've asked them about the fortress, the camp. They don't know anything about the tower, do they? When the waters go in.
No, again, they Yeah, what they'll tell you is that they have seen a tower. And it looks, they've not approached, there's something strange about it. And it looks incongruous to the area. The tower doesn't belong. And they've even, due to their suspicious nature, they've seen solid chunks of the tower itself just floating, detached. And as such, they've not gone anywhere near it.
Oh, that was the other question I had. The fog at the landing point, or the cove, sorry, has that always been there?
What I'm going to, roll a d20 for me, Sam. So this is his history check. He's not sure. He thinks it's been there for a long, long time, but he couldn't tell you how long.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else I can think of.
Right. So what he'll say to you is just signal them during any high tide. What he'll do is he'll station one of his scouts around what we're going to refer to as the Red Dragon Camp. During a high tide, if you do this signal, they'll come and meet you, so you don't have to get to the coast to be able to signal them, and then they'll create this distraction for you. You've got the blue pearl for 750 gold, Tom. Yeah. Right, gentlemen. What we'll do is we'll draw the session to a conclusion, and what I'm going to do is give you all inspiration for this session. So I've enjoyed everything that you've all done, and you can all level up as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll do that later because I've got terrible anxiety, but I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to become Kong.
Are you going to go level in fighter, Mark?
Oh yeah.
Right. What I'm going to do just before you disappear then is roll your hit dice.
Okay.
So if you roll d10 and I'll tell you what I roll, because I can now... The other thing I've discovered, I don't know if I've done this with you boys yet, but I can actually roll on the stream.
I get an 8, Dave.
Right. I get a 2, so you can have 8, Mark. Well done, Mark.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Right, Tom, you're going Paladin?
Paladin, yeah.
Right, guys, I'm going to dive off. I've got terrible anxiety. I'm going to go and get, which is no one's fault, obviously. It's just I stupidly get anxious for no reason. But been a massive pleasure as always, and I will
Take it
hope
easy,
to see
Mark.
you all
Catch you
again
later,
soon. Take care,
See you,
guys.
Mark. Well done, Mark.
Ta-ra. Thanks. Ta-ra.
Right, let me change this to 4 people. Right, what did you roll, dude?
I've drawn it now, mate. Sorry. 5.
5. Oh, it means I can actually change the thing around. You know what I'm going to do? I'll stop the recording there then. Let me turn this off. So don't forget to like and subscribe.